With the escalating global conflicts, RCAT is back in the spotlight, with uncrewed systems playing a central role in modern warfare from battlefield reconnaissance to precision strike capabilities. Investors are zeroing in on the stocks, or rather the company's attack capable drone platforms and their potential relevance in an increasingly unstable geopolitical environment. A major catalyst driving discussion is the company's involvement in the Drone Dominance Program, a high profile US defense initiative aimed at accelerating next generation small drone deployment. Participation in this program is widely viewed as a validation that the company's technology meets evolving battlefield requirements. Investors are increasingly focused on the pending Gauntlet Phase 1 results, which could serve as a proving ground for operational readiness and open the door to scaled procurement contracts if successful. Adding to the anticipation is the company's upcoming Innovation Day, where shareholders expect updates on new integrations, expanded capabilities, and forward looking guidance. Of particular interest is the company's integration work with Allen Control Systems, whose counter drone technology could complement the company's platforms in layered defense environments. Bulls argue that these integrations signal a move beyond standalone drones toward more comprehensive battlefield ecosystems. Market dynamics are adding fuel to the fire. Massive trading volume combined with elevated short interest has triggered widespread speculation about the possibility of a short squeeze, with some traders openly calling for price targets north of $20 per share. Social media discussions are filled with chart pattern analysis, breakout projections, and accusations of algo manipulation as the stock experiences sharp intraday swings. Price levels around $15 to $20 where it is currently are being closely watched as psychological and technical inflection points. At the same time, valuation debates are intensifying. While critics question the company's current revenue scale relative to its market capitalization, supporters point to forward looking defense projects, domestic drone procurement initiatives, and the structural shift away from foreign made systems as justification for premium multiples. Some analysts and institutional investors have reiterated higher price targets and reportedly increased their exposure, reinforcing the narrative that the company could position for multi year growth if contract execution materializes. Okay, you can read more in the description box below. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the on charts for the stock. The stock is up 13.68%. This is Tuesday, the 3rd of March 2026. Volume so far in this session, way more than 50-day average, way more than 50-day average. 50-day average 12.95, and it has exchanged 29.48 million shares, and we still have up to 2.5 hours before the close of today's trading session. Okay, let's see what we have on the chart. Okay, the stock is actually consolidating within a longer term bullish trend, technically. However, this is now the second straight session of gains. Okay, so it hasn't started, it is not, trended, it's not trending yet. Okay, even though the moving averages may be trending. Let's see, the 10-day moving average is, yes, trending robustly, gaining 3.2 roughly $3.3 every day as things stand right now. Positions opened 10 days ago in very good profit. And then we have it had this pivotal projection of 14.8. It has surpassed it, so there's a chance it might go ahead and retest 16.39. Statistically, it's not very high. The probability of that happening is not very high, but regardless, it may still happen anyway, And indeed, also, it's a 52-week high of 17.33 dollars. But in any case, the extrapolation is saying that it might maintain the strength up till Thursday the 5th. After that, a contraction may begin to play out. Okay. So this pivotal projection stand right now is there's also an indication that there's a very high chance that it might pull back and drop below this $14.8. So caution is warranted. Caution is surely warranted. Okay, momentum is expected to begin to wane and may begin to is expected to begin to wane going all the way towards the 17th of March. After that, it might begin to pick up from the Wednesday the 18th. Okay. Let's see whether we have an alignment on the daily, weekly charts, if it has any. If it has any extrapolations there, let's see what we have. Okay, it doesn't have any extrapolations yet. Still fresh. Projections here are saying 0.3, 0.3373, 2.9, 2.92, 7.09, 17.89, 22.52, 25.38, a wide range of projections. Let's see whether we can find any alignment in the moving averages. I don't think we will have it. I don't think so. There's no point checking because the stock is consolidating. It is consolidating because we have a mix of things. We have the short-term moving averages are mixed up, even though the stock is trending robustly. Yeah, it's even though the 10-day moving average is trending robustly, it's still below its 200-day moving average, still below that moving average. Yeah, still below that. We want it to be convincingly ahead of it, and indeed also the 21-day moving average. We want them to be convincingly ahead of the 40-day moving average for us to say that it's trending. For now, it is still consolidating. But anytime soon, if it continues to hold the strength and maybe goes ahead to test the highs of 16.43, then things might change. But technically, it is still trending, and we may not be able to rely on some of these extrapolations. We may not be able to rely on them sufficiently. Okay, let's see what we have going on. Let's see whether we have an intraday high. Trade 16.09, it was printed yesterday, so it still hasn't retested that high. Yeah. So that's what's going on right now. Yeah, for obvious reasons, the stock will be on people's radar. Yes, but expect a pullback to happen. Yeah, the algos are insisting that this is something that it might test. Yeah, it has blown through it. Yeah, and it might drop below it. It was actually initiated on the 29th of January. The stock was where was it? 29th of January. Okay, it was when it was initiated. The stock was actually declining. Okay, so yes, it was declining, and it has now passed. It has now surpassed it. It projected as an upper projection and has gone on to print it to test it, but now it's still reiterating it. But we'll see whether it will still be reiterating it by tomorrow, the 4th of March. But as things stand right now, it is a danger. If well, for some people, it might be a danger, but there's a strong indication that it might pull back to retest it. There's a strong indication that it might pull back to retest it. So let's see what we have in terms of resistances. Let's see what we have. It's currently at 15.51. Does it have any resistance ahead? 15.51. Yeah. Okay. We can have a look at its market grid and see what it's going to tell us. It has already surpassed that now. 15.51. Yeah, the stock is at 15.46, so it doesn't have it has surpassed it right now. So There's a decent amount of support below. We have 15.4. Is it robust? Not really. No, not robust enough. 15.4, nothing, no cluster around there. But at 14.99, it has good support. 14.99. Where's this again? This price is at 14.8. Yeah. So yeah, we have a good support there. 14.99. Yes, 14.99, 14.8. That is okay. So there's also an indication that it might also, even though the algos are saying that this is a price to watch, it might pull back towards there. So it may also serve as a very strong support. 14, you have a cluster of prices there, 14.99, and indeed that projection of 14.8. Below you have 14.5, and then further down we have 14.08. Yeah, and then further down we have a robust support around. You have beginning from 13.55, 13.2, um, 13.15, 13.2. Yeah, it has a good support below, just below 14.08. Okay, so just go ahead and see what you make of RCAT, and thank you very much for watching this video.